Cool. And then, yeah, that's pretty much the 5 main houses, the major players in the inner sphere. I don't know if there's anyone else we really want to talk about as a major player.
I mean, is there anyone else we can really talk about? Those are the main factions. I mean, it's not like a secret sick faction or anything, is there?
I think this is where the ominous boss music turns on.
Yeah.
No. No, the last faction, and in my opinion, the most important, I'm not biased in any way, shape, or form, is Comstar. We've talked a lot about the Great Houses running the inner sphere, but one planet stands firm as sort of this independent entity that just wants to keep on with what it's doing, and that is Terra. Now, a little bit of BattleTech history. In the I think it's the 2600s. These things called hyperpulse generators get created, and this allows you to send information across the stars real quick. It basically, and then they get built on loads of these worlds, and a organization known as, I think it's the Ministry of Communications, gets set up, run by a man known as, well, towards the end known as Jerome Blake. As everything kind of falls apart during the Amara Civil War, Jerome Blake decides that what you guys need to do, rather than getting involved in shooting each other, make sure these HPG networks stay set.
HPG being what?
Hyperpulse generator.
Okay.
So they're usually shortened down to HPGs. And so he kind of just organises all his lads and ladettes to keep these things running so that we can, as humanity, we can just keep speaking to each other, because it would be quite catastrophic if all of them sort of turned off all at once.
Yeah, that would be real bad.
Yeah, it would be real terrible. That will never happen. So after the sort of Star League falls apart, there is kind of the question of what to do with Earth. And it is sort of posited that you need, because communications is so important to every faction, they all agree, and this is probably the only thing they do agree on, that the people that run it need to be independent. And so Comstar set up. Sometimes known as the Order instead. Comstar runs all the hyperpulse generator networks, runs all the traffic, and is sort of informally known as the phone company. And that's all they do.
Yeah.
If only. Well, actually, no, that isn't all they officially do either. They absolutely no. So the currency in BattleTech, there's local currencies within each of the areas. But if you want cold hard cash, similar to gold bullion, in BattleTech it's known as the C bill, which is known as the Comstar bill. And that's what all other currencies are pegged against.
That's you use time on the HBG networks, doesn't it, Tom?
Yes. Everything Comstar does is paid in C bills.
Cool.
And it is the most valuable currency in the inner sphere.
Cool.